Hello, you all. Ahoy, it is Tis. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. So, again, with the whole EBT thing, I'm thinking what is happening right now, or what should be happening, is the severance package. Basically, this is the parting of ways. Some people it's happening abruptly. Okay, so abruptly overnight or by November, you'll have no EBT or food stamps. But there's other who's ever on the program, on the Beautiful Bill program, the one where you slowly wean yourself off of it by it's basically showing improvement, if you will. Like, oh, I'm looking for a job, or I'm enrolled in school, something like that. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, that'll be the qualifications. I'm actually getting off my ass and getting to work, either by job or by going to school. So that's one of those EBT, the new EBT coalitions, as far as the big beautiful bill side of the food stamps. And like I say, with this, it really just depends on where you are. Because again, some people are already saying they got cut off of food stamps. That's why they're on the internet now saying something. And then there's some people who are saying basically by November 1st, I'm going to be flipping out. And then there's people for the future, like, okay, I guess I got 2 years to flip out, because some of them it's a 2-year program. So basically, if you're on government assistance, so it just really depends. But I would say it'll be nice to get acquainted with the severance package just for this reason, because if we really do the science behind it, someone is gracing us with the assistance, if you will. Now you could say, oh, the taxpayers are paying for it, or it's a sponsor or some type of subsidy, but you're being graced one way or another, Basically, someone's covering your bill or covering your ass, whether you need it or not, too. Because I want to say it even goes as far as, like, what I'm seeing right now and the way I feel, whether you need it or not, it'll be one of those things where you might want to get acquainted with the severance package, because it could easily be taken away. Obviously, just look around. It's like there's literal hell to be happening and hell to be had just behind EBT. And like I said, that's one of many problems. Just me losing my EBT, I'm flipping out. And that's not to count the other disasters that are to come or that's already, you see what I'm saying? So it's like that's why I said to prevent it, just steer away from anything that can be used against you. And it might sound easier. How am I supposed to do without food? And then that's the crazy part, because it's like, where is your food source? You need a backup for that too. Where are you getting your food from? And then especially these stores, I hope y'all not looking forward to the stores. As crazy as that sounds. And as much as I be in the stores, I would be a fool to be upset or salty that they closed. That happened one time. I think it was during one of those riots. I forgot the riot. Like one of the previous political riots, but they shut down and boarded up the store. And I'm thinking, like, what the hell? It was basically all the way closed. And I was more pissed at, like, okay, damn, it's the people. People just got this store. It basically had it blocked so the people won't kick the windows in. But it's like, if I'm telling you that's what I'm going to be doing November 1st, that's what I'm saying. You're going to see stores boarded up. Because it's like, either way you slice it, it could go crazy. Like, okay, I'm telling you I'm going to commit a crime. Like, is that a crime? Is that a felony? You know what I'm saying? Is that a threat? And again, if it's me and millions of people telling you that I'm about to rob the store, it's like, that's not going to last long at all. Because hell, especially if you beat me to it. Now I'm not going to have any food to steal because the store shut down. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, ew, I just wish we had healthier alternatives, especially for that reason. Like, oh, damn, I know I need food. Well, I might want to have it back up, or at least stock up as best as possible. Get as much as you can, because it does sound a lot easier said than done. Okay, I'm going to make my own food or grow my own food. That sounds a lot easier said than done. And it is a lot easier said than done, because you definitely got to put in the work to grow your own food. And then you also got to put in the work to stockpile and to save up and to cook and properly store your own food too. So like I say, it's a process. But when it comes to someone gracing you, like, okay, I'm giving you food stamps, and then now I'm kicking you or giving you the kick in the ass or taking it from up under you. Now that could be a good or a bad thing. I would say it should be a time. Like if it's something where I'm gonna kick you off food stamps, okay, first of all, let you know. Okay, just to let you know, you'll be kicked off a food stamp. And I would say maybe 30 to 90 days, just depending on, it's case by case. Now, if it's something like the people that are online that could just get a job or could go steal a clue, like when some people like that, like, and the only reason why they're getting the food stamps is for the children, and then that's what they say. Well, I'm crashing out in the name of the children, but it's like, well, you're gonna mess it up for your children. But then they're gonna end up in the system, and then it's back to square one. So it's one of those things where it's like, just don't feed into the trap. I've been stressing anything that be used against you, just don't get so comfortable with it, because if it's used against you and it's a weapon, and then look how people are handling it, they're not handling it well. What, you gonna get rid of food stamps? Like, people, men and women, that's another thing too, because there's a lot of men online, they'll say, oh, well, these women are no more food stamps for the baby mamas. It's not just the baby mamas that are crashing out over food stamps. There was a guy said, oh, since you getting rid of food stamps, I'm robbing Walmart, I'm robbing carts, like basically letting you know what he's about to do. And this is a grown man that appeared to have all fours. So it's, so so easy to crash out, but we're the solution. There's no solution. All we know is crashing out. That's what I say. All we know is the crimes. I will rob the bank. I will rob the store, but I will not get a clue, or I will not try. Let's say, okay, how about this? The food, clothes, the stuff that we're killing over, or will be killing over, it's all out there. You just have to find your tribe. Food, clothes, water, and shelter. Right now, we can say, okay, I need food, clothes, water, and shelter. As far as the basics, like, okay, so you have the food, she had the clothes, he had the water, I have the shelter. You see what I'm saying? So when you get with the like-minded people, the people who actually want to prepare, that's not preparing to rob the stores, then that'll make sense. Obviously, you're looking for, if you're willing to kill and go to prison behind it, you might want to start looking for, and actually too, I would say, maybe not only finding farmers, but investing in those farmers too. And it might sound like, oh, that sounds like, oh, you have to put forth a lot or do a lot or have a lot, but it's like, not really, because again, it's more is better than one. Like I say, if I'm trying to save the world by myself, that might be a stressful load, versus we're all doing it. Like I say, by me not robbing the store, that's going to make it easier for you. Now you can get the items that you need. Now no one has to worry about the stores being shut down. But like I say, when we're all crashing out, it's going to mess it up for us all. Even if we all had ill intent. Like I say, I went to rob a store, but you beat me to it, and now there's yellow tape. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and especially if you don't have the healthier, or if you do not have a healthy alternative, it's like, don't take the latter. So it's like, I don't know. People just crash out for the wrong reasons and over the wrong things. And again, it's as important as food is. That's why it's important to have backup too. Maybe, or stock up. And again, if I'm willing to crash out or willing to put myself and my children at risk over food or food stamps, then it's like, I need to prepare for that. I should be stocking up. I should have food stocked up past my ears, because I know I will kill for food. So then therefore, if I know I will kill for food, shouldn't that be secure? And I'm not with no damn link card that can be taken away, or that can be sold and then end up into a felony. You see? And yes, it's all a trap, because it's like, oh, well, if I go here, it's a trap. If I take this, it's a trap. Especially if they know did you need it? But again, it's like, I don't want to say, are you a part of the system? Because, obviously we are a part of the system, but falling for those traps, those penitentiary traps. And I would say, if you're going to go to prison anyway behind EBT, then maybe try to make the crime as harmless as possible. Maybe if you're going to have an EBT or a food crime or a food felony, okay, I was selling, I made $1 million off of EBT, versus I crashed out over EBT. You see what I'm saying? If you're going to be taking those penitentiary chances, might as well make it worth your while. I made a lot of money with this EBT. Somehow. So, I would say just take the severance package and just use that. Okay, and to tell you the truth, it's going to force you into independence anyway, because once it's gone, you sink or swim. You see what I'm saying? It's like getting thrown in the fire. Are you going to sit there and fry, or are you going to get out of there? So it's one of those things where you're going to be forced on your toes anyway. So you might as well, I'm going to say, wean yourself. Don't get so comfortable with something that's not really at your disposal. It's you're being graced with it. Like I said, they're even with these grocery stores, they're kind enough to grace you with their grocery stores. If they decide to move or decide to say, okay, y'all are wild, or I've seen enough videos, I've seen enough that I need to see, and then close the piano lid and take off and run for their lives, do something, could you blame them? So it's one of those things where I think a lot of stuff we take for granted because we don't see things for what it really is. We just see things for what we're told. Oh, that's this, that's good, that's bad, that's up, and it's like there's much more going on than what's going on in our bubbles. We're literally living in a small speck of a bubble, and what's really going on in this world, and then even what's really going on in the world is small when it comes to the whole entire universe. It's crazy. Like, trust me, it's a much bigger picture than what we're doing here on the ground. So I would say before we, claim to be the problem with our chest and mean it by actually doing it, I would say let's try to find a healthier alternative. At least standing down. Okay, as much as I want to crash out, we're going to say no to crashing out. Save a life. You know what I'm saying? Spare the old lady and the dog in the back, please. Spare the blind. Spare those who don't even know. I don't even know what EBT is. Huh? Hello? There's people who don't even can't see, don't even know what the hell's going on. And they may get caught up in the crossfire because I'm ready to crash out, he's ready to crash out, she's ready to crash out. There are too many people ready to crash out, but nobody's ready to crash in. Oh, let's come in. You know what? Hey, we all getting disrespected, or they just told us all to shut the F up. And then, instead of me slapping you for that, I'm like, oh, what do you say? It'd be something like kind of a rebellion. And again, if you must crash out, well, why not do it rebellion style? If you're being attacked, I don't know. It's just, I guess this would be the opposite. Right is wrong, wrong is right. Anything that is true though. Anything that makes sense will not happen. Just like, again, you got millions of people. Hello, you all, be quiet. And they're like, what? You probably get louder. Like, hello? Like, millions of people to do the right thing? No, that don't even sound right. Millions of people can't even stop at a red light completely. It's like everyone's always in a hurry when it comes to being behind the wheel. It's like no patience. Don't dare not follow the rules. Don't tell me what to do. And mind you, while having this attitude, have the nerve to be dependent, have the nerve to need assistance for any damn thing. Even when it comes to having a job. Again, they're kind enough to grace you with the job that they told you to go to school to get. And then therefore can easily take it away. Like how we're all got the same test. Oh, we all lost our job, or we were all eating out the garbage cans. And because what are we all going to do besides crash out on each other? Like, you're not even crashing out in the right department. Crash out on whoever pushed you down the stairs. Now, I don't want to say take it out on your employers, but yeah. So it's just really, really, really wild out there. But it's good to prepare though. Put yourself in a pickle. Okay, when the lights go out, what would you do besides panicking? I'll have flashlight, I'll have candle, I'll have maybe a little battery pack or a big battery pack. Maybe I'll have this and that. Even a fancy tent too. People are asleep on tents. There's some very fancy tents out there that actually hold up for a long time, all four weathers, or all four seasons. Like literally, it's very, very versatile and durable. Some tents are actually really good tents. And I would say just don't be sleep on that too. Even a vehicle, you never know, you might have to bug in or take off in your vehicle. Maybe have to shelter in place in your vehicle. But it's good to have those backups as far as the food, clothes, water, and shelter. Honestly, and I would say maybe the water part might be the hardest to come by, especially if you go to the store for your waters. You either have to know where to look to dig, or find like a healthy water spring or something from the mountains or close to the mountains. Maybe invest in a water pump. But sometimes the water might be a little harder to come by, because it's like, okay, not only if you do find water, they're like, okay, can you properly clean the water? Or do you have the tools that's, and that's why it's good to put yourself in a pickle, because it's like, damn, when you try to do it in a panic, you ain't gonna know what to do. And that's where the chicken with our heads come in. And then we're all running around in circles, don't know what we're looking for. Or maybe we do. but we're trying to gather it up while millions of people trying to find their marbles, So it's like beat the crowd by seeking the alternative now. Like I said, the food, clothes, water, and shelter is out there. You just have to get with the like-minded crew, And again, like I said, if you're near some farmers, oh my gosh, where are the farmers? How can I support the farmers? Because if you know how, it's literally, farmers are almost impossible now. Because remember with the whole, okay, we're going to burn down the farms and then burn down the meat plants. Now, I don't really, I guess some people do eat meat and stuff like that. I guess you would, could use some of the animal products. But I'm thinking with the slaughterhouse or the butcher style, you probably don't necessarily have to have that. But maybe anything that can come from the dirt, like your produce and stuff like that. Or the trees. I'm like, if you find someone with a healthy farm, I'm like, okay, wow, that's great that you have your farm, and how the hell can I support you? Because, again, like I say, farms are like almost extinct to where it's like, it's probably even illegal to tell you the truth. But I would say if you do find a healthy farm, yeah, if you could support it, because it's like, yeah, you're definitely going to need some food, no matter how much you think like, oh, it's going to be available, you need food, so grow a relationship with it. Okay, you are the farmers. Or this is the water source. This lady has clothes. She makes clothes. He makes shoes. You have a locksmith. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that we need. And like I say, it's out there. But you gotta piece the puzzles together. And that's where putting in the work and the preparing comes in. How can you prepare for this stuff? And the crazy thing is, there is no like set amount as far as the list. Oh, I only need food, clothes, water, and shelter. Those are just the basics. And sounds easy, sounds fun. But like I say, that takes effort. Effort to find the alternatives. Okay, when if I hit a pickle, it'll be A, B, C, and then, like I said, that's just the basics. It's like, okay, well, like I say, locksmiths, and again, like other stuff that you may need. Like I said, with the clothes, like food, clothes, water, and shelter. Of course, like I said, those are the basics. But you might need other knickknacks, even supplies. Like, oh, okay, well, they may have some supplies. Might have to do barters. Okay, again, like I'll have, maybe someone needs batteries. They have a bunch of batteries, and then maybe this person needs clothes or something, or string. Like, you just never know the stuff that you would need. That's why I say there's no set amount of list. It's probably a billion items or a billion things that you need to be fully prepared, but I would say prepare for the most panicky. You're going to kill over food, clothes, water, and shelter, so that's going to be, like I said, those would be the basic. That'll be like the top 4. And then from there, you just do what you can from there. So, yeah. I don't know. I would say just recommending before crashing out, the same wave. Okay, that's it. That is a cry for help. Oh my God, I'm going to rob the stores in November because I'm going to be salty about my food stamp. But I'm like, well, damn. Yeah, well, if that's the case, well, can it crash out for help? I would need help because come November, I'm going to be hungry or I am starving, Maybe you use it you're going to be on the internet. You use the internet to get help for food or help, or at least, hey, just to let you know, this is why you don't want to be on assistance, because it's like, oh, it's here one day, go on the next. Like I say, that's been graced upon you. And again, it's not about needing it or not needing it. It's graced upon you, and there's an entity going out of its way to grace you with assistance. So that's why I'm saying it's, it is important to wean yourself. And again, I need this stuff. I need food, clothes, water, and shelter. That's being graced to me. But it is very disposable, if you will. Just based off the testimony, it can be taken away. And just based off of your circumstance, it can be taken away. Like I said, maybe you won the lottery and then automatically, okay, you no longer qualify, or you catch a felony and you no longer qualify. So any little thing at any moment, it could be no more anyway. So I would say, for that reason, and I know we don't see it this way, because like, damn, all I knew was work, and all I knew was needing help and getting help. But as much as I want to say that, I would love to not need anyone or need anything, I most definitely need a lot. Because like, okay, I still need food, clothes, water, and shelter, and it might need my cell phone. I might start doing the regular human things, like, oh man, I need internet. I need crying over cell phone. I'm glad I never do that. But it's like, still, like, it's other stuff that you think you have to have, and it's like, It doesn't really have to be that way, but it's like seems that it's all we know, because we are a part of the program. But I'm thinking once you see it start to chip away to where it's being taken away, and I'm like, okay, well, damn, that's where you should see that. Okay, clearly this is the game, and because once they take it away, they don't care if you can't walk after this. I'm gonna take your legs. They don't join the party because it's me and a million other people that just got our legs lost after we lost our jobs. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, you get severed at the hip, and that's it. Join the crowd, and then we all can cry about it. Okay, go cry over there with the other million of people that this has happened to. So it's cutthroat too. Now, previously too, I said, welcome to the Hunger Game. Now, if you know you don't want to be a part of hunger, or you ain't about that life, get your Hunger Game on now. Like I say, okay, since I know I'm gonna be killing over food, quality, water, and shelter, I might want to have the backup so I can prevent all, like I say, save a life. So I don't have to hit you across the head. Let me get the supplies that I need to save a life, Or at least save my own, So it's like nobody, okay, can we find the healthy alternative? Do we have to rob the bank? Do we have to crash out? If this is a state of emergency, can we just pause and unite? But I sound foolish saying that. I mean, that would make mercy. Like, hello, let's pause and come together. I mean, that as crazy as it sounds, but no, it's still you do come together, but you come together with your like-minded crowd. It would sound nice for all of us to come together, but we all can't come together because you might want to prepare, but I want to rob the store. You know what I'm saying? Because November 1st, which is not far from now, I'm gonna go to swipe my EBT card and then go to work. So me and a million other people plan on robbing the store. So like I said, that's why we all probably aren't gonna mix as far as let's just all come together. Like, I'm gonna blow the plan because I plan on robbing the place, and then we're all gonna go down because y'all had me a part of it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you have to get with the like people. They have to make sense. But the people you're trying to, collaborate with has to make sense. You have to be on the same accord. Okay, oh, you looking for food? Okay, cool, me too. Looking for water. And it had to see how it matches in all four corners. Versus it just being tacky. You just, do you know where, can't be a chicken with your head cut off. And I would say if you are going to do it while it's quote unquote calm, or do it while the lights are on versus doing it during a panic. Then it's going to be impossible because like I said, your food is scattered now, or you don't know where to go now because now everything's crazy. Everything got to get shut down because people are acting fool. You see what I'm saying? So you got to, figure out, get it now, do it now. Because you have to do it anyway. And you just don't want to do it in a panic. Because again, turn the lights off now. Okay, whether you're prepared or not, the lights are out. So I would say you have to do it anyway. So just go for weaning yourself away from it. Like the whole giving yourself the kick in the ass. Because again, if you're going to be ass out anyway, you might as well pick up and keep moving. What are the alternatives? And again, if there's no jobs, that's where the handyman work comes in. Okay, again, she has the clothes, he makes shoes, they have food, lady and the guy in the back has water, and then shelter. Either it's like literally an already stable shelter, or they can build it, or at least selling it. Even tents too. A lot of people think that they're sleeping on tents. Like, don't sleep on a tent. Like I say, you would wish you had it like in the middle of a blizzard or a rainstorm or something. If you literally call ass out, you would really appreciate that tent. So I would say, get yourself a nice, fancy tent, and I would say just start looking for a healthy plot too, more like camping style, something that makes sense where your only problem are the bears, versus doing it in the city. That's one thing I don't understand that with the tents. Like, I don't care if I'm assed out in the city. Like, I would literally run for the hills or run for the mountains before I set up a tent in the heart of the city. And I'm thinking, like, really? I honestly don't understand that. Now, I've seen some people, maybe they'll find a spot somewhere up in the highway, like up under a bridge or something. I'm thinking, okay, well, that's, might sound loud, but I'm like, okay, if that's cool for them, at least it's a little bit secluded, or somewhere in the tunnel. Even the people in the tunnels, like, I didn't know people live in the tunnels, but it's somewhere secluded. But I just never understood living or setting your tent in the heart of the city. I'm thinking, like, good googly. But maybe if you do a camping style, find yourself a nice camping plot, and that'll be if shit hits the fan, or if you have to pick up and go to your camping grounds. Camp there until you figure out what ABC. So, yeah. And that's it. That's all. But yeah, like I said, I'm seeing a whole lot of crashing out. Like, people are, it's just like we're just still, like, I don't know if it's one of those things like, damn, I can't believe you're gonna, you know, basically murder me like that. Because some people, they will, because they're going to be virtually dead anyway, because I'm gonna crash out, probably not necessarily from starving, but I'm gonna crashing out behind my job, crashing out behind food stamps, crashing out behind you know, like the other trinkets that may get lost, I think I said, with housing and stuff. And this housing crisis has been going on for years now. So it's like it's a lot of you know, things going on where it's a lot being lost, you know, and it does, you know, it hurts, like, damn, having to lose stuff or start over. But, you know, it's just good to be grateful for what you do have, you know, what you do have. Again, might not have a job, but I have food, you know what I'm saying? Like that, I would say food is a hot commodity right now. If you got food, like, oh my goodness, be grateful for that. Because there's people that's ready to have the store shut down behind some food. And I don't know, does it have to do with food stamps, or this really, they need food, you know? So, man, you know, so I would just say, just maybe look for whatever's a healthy alternative for you. Maybe you don't need the food, clothes, water, and shelter, but whatever you know that you'll be crashing out over, just maybe find the healthy alternative for that. And then, therefore, it'll make it easier on the bystanders, you know, or people who may get caught up in the crossfire or have to, you know, catch the brunt of the hell to pay, you know. And again, which is bound to happen because there's so many people, you know. That's why I always stress that too. Please get away from people. And I'm thinking, like, oh my gosh. We're going right with the bears. No, that's the bear. Run right for the bears. Thank you. My only problem, the bears. Maybe, I would say the coyotes or some type of mountain lions too, but they said they're coming to the neighborhood. So maybe the woods and the mountains, maybe they are safe now. They said, like, the wildlife, that they're coming on the ground now, because, you know, the habitat's a little messed up. So I'm thinking everybody's a little discombobulated, but we need to find healthier alternatives, you know, whatever the healthy alternative to you. Like I said, again, maybe everybody don't need the food, clothes, water, and shelter. I'm not worried about that. I need this and that, or I need, you know, partnership. I need relationships. Whatever. Find the healthier alternative. We have to crash out on the internet. Yeah, so, yeah, I would say just, look forward to the Severance Package. Because, again, it's like, it's just good to know. And I'm thinking maybe the problem is not having enough time to prepare yourself to, you know, weasel your way out of it. Or enough time to, like, how the other part of it, okay, one part might okay, you just get automatically kicked off, and then another part where you can have a growing experience. Like, okay, well, while I'm weaning myself off, I'm getting a job, or while I'm weaning myself off, I'm getting back into classes to learn a trade, or, you know what I mean, to get licensed or whatever. And then now I can add to the needs of what people need. Like, oh, you need a doctor, huh? That's another thing too. You need to have some medical skills too. You don't necessarily have to, you know, go to med school for that, but like the basic, like first aid, CPR, and then the whole cleaning up wounds and all the basic stuff, knowing how to transport or move bodies. Because again, if you're planning on crashing out and robbing the store, that might come with getting trampled or getting shot at, or, you know, getting strung up, whatever it is. It might come with injuries, or you might tear something, because you did say he's gonna be whooping ass. So, you see what I'm saying? So we gotta know how to clean up bones and bodies and all that. So I would say learn that to get equipped with first aid. Yeah, that's very interesting. So I would say just prepare for it all. There's probably a million things you got to prepare for, but again, do it, you know, at your pace based off what you need. Yeah, but again, hopefully all are well and safe. Hopefully things stay mellow. Because again, right now, things might be waiting for the people to crash out. Because again, if all it takes for me to lose my job, so I'm thinking it's really, things are quiet right now because of the invisible entity, or that hidden hand that has everybody crashing out, is waiting to see what you all are going to do. And I would recommend taking the healthier alternative. Do not fall for the traps. And because I would say those millions of people that already made videos, they're basically just dry snitching or actually snitching on themselves. Like, again, if I rob the bank and I'm going to post a video here with my money phone, it's like I just told you that. I didn't tell you that I robbed the bank, but based off the camera footage, they see me rob the bank, and I conveniently got a money phone now, bigger than my head. You see what I'm saying? And I happen to put it on YouTube 1 second after. Some people out there, basically, if I'm telling you I'm robbing the store, that is, more than likely that probably is a felony. So it's, again, like I say, don't fall for the trap. And then you don't want to go to prison or get a felony for saying you're gonna rob the store, and then you didn't get a Snickers bar or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just by you saying it. So I'm thinking, like, please, if we can help it, please find a healthier alternative. And if you're gonna crash out like, oh my gosh, I need help. Like a crash out for help. Help, I need food for just 12 easy payments. Use it to get funding. Something. And hell, you probably can get rich overnight. Some people get hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on the crime. Again, some people just depend on how much money or how much you raise, So like I say, there's healthier alternatives. You just really just gotta figure out what's best for you, get in where you fit in, and then try to cut out, even though sometimes, like, damn, I'm only left with crashing out. Because if you do get fitted back to the wall, like, damn, like, I can only bite at this point. Like, damn, I'm literally back to the wall. The walls are coming in, and I'm just literally, about to get attacked, so I can only bite now. So I'm thinking sometimes you, like, I don't know. I would just always still stress the healthier alternatives. Yeah. But if you have to bite, I guess only if it's necessary. I wouldn't recommend crashing out or robbing the stores. Self-defense, I guess it's okay to crash out for self-defense, but crashing out over EBT, or it is not even really about the food, because it's, again, okay, I lost my EBT, but I still need food. Like, I'm sure there's you can still reach out for food, Hey, I just lost my EBT. Is there food? Keep be asking for food instead of robbing the store. And then again, you rob the store that one time and probably won't be able to do it again. It's like, damn, so you only got one load of groceries, like one cart full, and then that's it. What you gonna do about next time? Now your faces all over the news. Oh, if you don't want to make a career out of crashing out, because again, sometimes when people have to crash out, like, okay, this is my first and last crash out, and it's like, you don't really want to go out like that, especially if you don't really have to go out like that. If it's about the food, you can reach out for food. There's some people and places and things that actually will help with food. But again, you have to, when you reach out for help, you got to know where to go. Oh, they have food and they help with food. Thank you for that. That could be one of your healthy alternatives. Oh, this is the food source, or at least one of them. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can find the healthy alternatives. You just got to get out there and look. It's out there. Like I said, the food, clothes, water, and shelter is out there. You just got to, get with the like-minded people. Got to get out there and do the networking. And you got to sift through it. Like I said, you got to sift through it with a fine-tooth comb, too, because you got to know who you're doing. You got to know who the hell you're doing business with. And you got to know what you're getting yourself into, So that's when you have to put in the work by understanding who, what, where, when, and why when it comes to your supplies. Anyway, and again, hopefully all are well and all are safe. And I would say if you're on the verge of crashing out, just keep looking for those healthier alternatives. Because honestly, though, I'm thinking when we are on survival mode, we don't look at okay, what's the healthy alternative? I'm on survival mode. You just stepped on my shoes, and now I'm ready to scratch now. Instead of me just saying, okay, well, now count the 3 about the shoes, or maybe it was an accident, or not really a big deal. It's like, okay, I'm gonna crash out because I'm on a survival mode, and it's like I just feel like the whole world is attacking me, and all it took was you to bump me when you walk by, because we're on high tension. So when you're in high tension, there's no such thing as a healthier alternative. I'm about to crash out, like I said, so I'm thinking, like, maybe it just takes someone to maybe you need someone to talk to. It is okay. Like, you can relax. It's the tension and the vibe in the air. Like I said, yes, it's like the sorcery is there, but you have to identify it and literally do the opposite. Okay, this is for me to crash out versus me to learn from it, see it for what it is. Obviously, this is a trap, and I need to work around this trap. Because I see what you're doing to people, you know? So since I see it, I'm not going to crash out. I'm going to find a healthy alternative. Because I see the trap, okay? And the attack. You're under attack. But I would say find a healthy alternative to get away from the trap. Because again, the second you have a reaction, and those prison doors are always available for you. You see how they didn't have a job, didn't have a place to stay, didn't have food, but there will be a prison cell waiting on you that happen to have all of that stuff. Probably not to your liking, but they got what you. They got the food, clothes, water, and shelter. They sure do. Right in those prison cells. So I would say, before you have to take that route, or if you know you don't want that route, I would say find a healthier alternative. Anyway, just do it anyway. Because crashing out in the name of food or in the name of crashing out, because there's some kind of tension in the air, then I would say, yeah, find the healthier alternative. You know, separate yourself from the foolishness. Just so you don't have to be a part of the, you know, the war. Like, man. And which is, it is bound to happen because, like I said, it's millions and billions of people. There's no such thing as millions and billions of people doing the right thing. Or calming down. Can you imagine telling millions of people with their heads cut off, hey, calm down, you all. Calm down. Like, really? So, doing the right thing just won't make sense anyway with millions and billions of people. But perhaps for you, for the select few, that there may be hope for, who could actually, you know, hear and actually want a fighting chance, I would say find healthier alternatives. Find the healthy alternatives for those necessities that are needed. And then get the supplies as you go. You know, because a lot of supplies will be needed too. You'll be surprised, like, damn, how long a flashlight can go, some rope or zip tie or some type of string or nail clippers. Like, you just never know, like the small things. Like, wow, they really go a long way. A little pocket knife. Yeah, so. And I'm sure there's lists maybe on the internet. Like, okay, what are some supplies, some things to have, or something to put in a bug out bag, or how can I shelter in place? If I have to pick up and go, what would I need? Or if I'm on lockdown, what, you see what I'm saying? There's other things too. Like, oh, if you're on lockdown, get this, that, and that. Or if you're stuck in a pickle, get this, that, and that. If you got to take off in your car, get this, that, and that. Like, have stuff for your vehicle too. Like, again, I might have to get stuck in my vehicle for 3 days. And guess what? I got food, clothes, water, and shelter in there. Because I'm prepared. So I would say, yeah, just look up scenarios of being stuck in a pickle. Like, how to prepare for fire. That's another thing too. Like, you never, you never know. Floods, fires, earthquakes, it prepare for it all. Like I said, the list could go in the billions. You need billions of things, you know, but it's, especially with the way this weather, get yourself a life vest and a fire blanket. You know, 'cause you just never know. Helmet too. That stuff flying out of the skies. I don't know if you've seen that video with the they had baseball size ice balls, boom, 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 like blasted, like literally shot up this couple's house. I mean, by the time that hailstorm got done with it, was like, it literally looked like the place was shot up by like 1,000 bazookas. It was, wow, it was crazy. All of that panel, like the house was tore up from the floor up, from like a quick swift of a bunch of ice balls flying through and literally tore the place up. So natural disasters, prepare for that. Like I said, get yourself some fire blankets and life jacket. You never know what the flood, never know, a levee might bust. You just never know. Water might come out of you. You just never know. I would say, so prepare for it all. Safety, watching your surroundings. How to get eyes in the back of your head. Maybe you could probably look at some military. Okay, what are some basic military training? You might need that too. So it's like, you just never know. You really never know. Like I say, there's enough homework to do to keep you busy. I'm saying, if I'm bored enough to crash out, I know I can put in that work to not crash out. Thank you to the young ladies and the young men who hopped on the internet, say that they're going to rob the bank, because that helps me out. Give me, okay, well, how can I not crash? How can I not join them? Oh, get the food, clothes, water, and shelter. So if they're crashing out for food, or basically going to mess it up for us all, like basically going to have the store shut down by November 1st, you might want to go in there and get the food that you need stockpiles down, and then therefore you'll at least be prepared for that. You'll be prepared for November 1st because they're telling you November 1st. It's obviously something about November 1st. So I would say believe the signs and read in between the lines. Okay, I need to prepare for this, obviously. Prepare for the chaos. Prepare for, well, avoid the crowds. I would say avoid the crowds because it's a great chance you can get trampled these days. But, yeah. As I say, you can only prepare. You can only prepare. Prepare by separating yourself. And again, this message, of course, this message is going to be for everyone. But I don't want anybody trying to hear that. That sounds a lot easier said than done. I can't do that. A lot of people are like, oh, but we can't. I heard there was a man online that calls himself popular, or at least growing in subscribers. And then when people say stuff like, oh, okay, well, just work harder or get a job, even if there is no job, like, there's still nothing wrong with saying get a job. But it's like, when people say stuff like that, like pretty much like, oh, dig yourself out of the pit, he'll say stuff like, well, we can't. Like, we can get a job. Yes, you can get a job. What you're looking for, you're looking for a 9 to 5. You know, you can put your own hands and foots to work. That is called working. You are the job. You're getting supplies and stuff gathered, or you're getting your product together, and you're distributing to the people who need it. Again, you got the food, clothes, water, and shelter. And you probably didn't know that, but it's like because you're too busy waiting on a job. What are the hands-on training? Do you work on vehicles? Can you make shoes? Do you make bread? Do you have a farm? And if you do, okay, get to work. That's the thing. You're looking for a 9 to 5, and I'm thinking that's the problem. Those flew out the window. That's why they said you got fired. You and a million people got fired overnight. So like, okay, that job got. Now you have to put yourself to work with the food, clothes, water, and shelter. You make clothes. Okay, I'm sure people are going to need clothes. So it's like that's the kind of work you have to get into. Working for self. You gather those tools that you need, that you know, like, again, I'm going to be killing over food, clothes, water, and shelter. So I'm going to get to work to gather the food, clothes, water, and shelter. Or at least prepare as best as I can for the crazy. If you can't do nothing else, prepare for the crazy. And like I said, you're going to be on your toes anyway. A lot of people, you can say you can't, all you want. Okay, well, when the lights go out, then what? I can't. Okay, well, casualty of war. That's all I can say. That's literally what it is. Again, if you're waiting on them for food stamps, starvation is in your near future. That's literally the short and sweet of it. Oh, you need me? You better hope you don't. Because by come November 1st, to say the least, you see what I'm saying? Shit's going to get real. So, to whom needs to hear it, I don't know. Perhaps people haven't heard it. I don't want to say I've been saying this for years. Find some independence. But again, maybe some people, I really didn't know it until I couldn't believe it until I got fired. You see what I'm saying? So since I lost my job and millions of other people lost their job, I didn't know that I was going to get the kicking ass. Like, it is sudden. Like I say, some people didn't know they were going to cut off EBT overnight. Some people, okay, I might be losing mine on November 1st, but that's a lot better than overnight. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, some people, they're graced with a little bit more time to prepare yourself to not need this stuff. And I know it sounds a lot easier said than done, especially if that's all I know. Like, damn, I know I've been on food stamps for a long time, or I've been needing help for a long time because maybe I haven't had a job this whole time. But now it's time where you're going to be forced into it because it's going to be nothing else there. So it's like, now what? What do you do from here? And again, I would hate for you to have to do it in a pickle. Because like I said, you're going to have to figure out what to do anyway. So I would say do it now before the pickle arrives. Because again, if I have to end up getting thrown in the fire or thrown in the water, prepare yourself for that. Because it's going to happen anyway. Versus, okay, when it does happen, this is my backup plan. And it is not crashing out. Okay? Because I'm thinking that's the easier route. Oh, let's just go to prison. That's just really. Then you want to take the systematic food, clothes, water, and shelter. And honestly, too, I would say if you're just going to conform, you might as well get the the digital chip. You might as well get the scanner if you're going to conform anyway, because that's going to be the new food, clothes, water, and shelter. You're going to need it to buy or sell anyway. So again, if you, instead of going to the prison system, you might as well just join the new system, or the new rails. Might as well to get, get the wires and cords. Or go get vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to conform anyway. Yeah, so like I said, to whom it needs to hear. Like I said, I'm probably only talking to a dirty sock or a pigeon anyway. No, I'm like, yeah, a lot of people, they don't want to hear stuff like this. Like, oh, why don't you just get a job? And like, it sounds easier said than, or just prepare. It sounds a lot easier said than done, but you have to do it any damn way. You are. Especially when they take it away. When they take your food stamp, then what? Other than crashing out, well, what would you have done other than crash out? Oh, I still would have crashed out. Like, it's like, what's the alternative? And if there is no alternative, then that's, again, that's called casualty of war. If I'm just going to end up in prison or end up caught up in a drive-by, because some of these, that's another thing too that I probably should have mentioned. I probably have, but not in any of these nearby sectors. But a lot of these stores, they have armed security. So I know there's a Target. I don't know if all Targets do it. The Foods for Less. Some of the CVS too. It just depends on like whatever security team that they're using. A lot of them are armed, and there's been a few shootouts too. And I don't think. Well, I don't want to say they didn't have anything to do with groceries, because I want to say the shooting at the Target that definitely had something to do with stolen products. But yeah, they will open fire. That's all part of having the armed security. So I'm saying, so if you, again, I would hate for you to get caught up in a drive-by over some food when you could have just literally just crash out for some food. I need food. Here's my cry for help on the internet. I would do that and get on the internet and beg for food before I get shot over some food that I can't enjoy. And I was like, the healthy alternatives. To whom need to hear? We're going to find the healthy alternatives. We're going to accept the severance package just for reasons for survival. They know you need this stuff, and if they can play with it or take it away, or if it can be manipulated, that's the reason to say no. I don't care how bad you need it. It can be manipulated. And then just the fact that you need it, that's why they're going to take it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say, if you can, get away from it. And if not, you might want to start winning yourself and learning how to. Because it might have to do it anyway. Hopefully you won't. Hopefully you can live in peace. But I don't... we're living in a wicked world. So again, don't expect things to go smooth. Or at least on someone else's dime. I'm not saying it shouldn't go smooth or it won't. Don't expect me to make your life great. Like, I'm like, what? No, I'm having a bad day. I'm about to tear all this up. So it's like, you just never know what's in another master plan, or what's on others, what's another plan or another idea on the mind. But yeah, to whom needs to hear it. The gaining of the independence, that will be the ultimate goal. And I know it can sound a lot easier said than done with the jobs flying out the window. There's filthy lucres flying out the window. Food is almost at scarcity, or probably it is, because the food that is in these stores, that food isn't even, I don't know what that is, not edible. So with that, I would say if there's a struggle ahead, or if it's, looking crazy already, I would say just, brace yourself. Because for things to go smooth, or for things to make sense, they might get the opposite. So, yeah. I just thought I'd babble with that. Babble on literally finding healthier alternatives and preparing for what you know you would need. What will have you in a panic? Like, literally put yourself in a panic. Like, oh dang, well, if this happened, I would crash out. Or if this happened, I wouldn't know what to do. Or I would be scared if the lights go out. Okay, well, turn the lights off on yourself and then prepare for that. What are your light alternatives? No, I have candles, and they have everything organized too, because they're trying to find it. Oh my God, what did I do with the candles, or what did I do with the matches, or organization too? Because again, I would say the organization would be mandatory. Because again, if you got a list of 1 million or 1 billion things to do or to get, organization, so you know where to find it. That's why they say when they have that grab and go bag, have everything already in there, ready to go. So then in a panic, you got to jump up and run out the door. You jump up and grab that bag. because everything is already ready to go. Same way, if you're armed, you want to already have it on you or have it on your hip. Then therefore you don't have to go, oh dang, what did I do with the bullets, or did I leave it the other part in the trunk? Like, no, you need to be preparedness. So, and again, that requires removing yourself, separating yourself out the crowd, so you can think, for one. And then, okay, well, while you got people on the internet talking about they're gonna rob the stores, get what you need now, so then therefore you can avoid the trample, or you can avoid getting caught in the middle of robberies and stuff like that. Because people, they're stealing anyway. Like, it don't really take canceled food stamps for them to act a fool, but in this case it does, because again, come November 1st, it's probably millions of people, or maybe it might depend on the state, could depend on the case. It really just depends. But it's gonna be more than one person that's probably gonna be crashing out come November 1st. And especially with the holidays, you got to consider that. Like I said, it's a lot of hell to come. So I would say, prepare. A lot of hell to come, especially for the holidays. Because again, people are saying, why do I have to starve on Thanksgiving? Or I'm like, oh Lord, here we go. Like I'm telling you, the crash outs are coming. Because again, there's millions of beings of people. And I can be singing from the mountain, please find a healthy alternative. And like this message is probably only going to reach a pigeon and a dirty sock, to be perfectly honest with you. But to whom needs to hear it, find healthier alternatives, and do not crash out. At least not over foolishness. Anyway, all right, again, be well, be safe.